Here's a black gentleman, and this is by BreitBart. The guy drove by and was harassing them, and he's from Chicago. He's been from gangs and families, but for 17 years, he's tried to educate and encourage people to get into conservative Christianism, get into liberals to come and join the group and get informed to get in educated, and he's trying to educate people. It's just wonderful to hear and see. And you got, if you're going to debate this stuff, you got to get educated, not just be ignorant and mean.
Not longevity. They don't take about the future. They don't think about that. They don't take into consideration. Like, okay, what's going to happen if we do this? This is why every inner city is basically, I call them modern day plantations. You get your provision, right? You know,
Yep.
No education.
Yep.
A lot of violence to keep people oppressed, and you sell them a false narrative that the white man is against you, you are oppressed. This is America. This is a land of opportunity. And when you look at history, you can be anything that you want to be. All you have to do is work hard at it. And so they talk about there's income inequality.
Thank you very
much.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people don't want to put in the same amount of effort. So there's effort inequality. And I'm just telling you.
Look how smart that effort and inequality. You got to learn that effort makes inequality, and work. We're a worth ethic, a good worth ethic and mindset is going to help you move forward.
My family, I'm from Chicago. I grew up in a gangster liberal family. And basically where I am right now, I don't talk to the majority of my family because they don't care about facts. I care about facts. And here's the thing, I want to make sure that I have an informed opinion, not just an opinion.
Cool, very cool. You have to have an informed opinion. Know your facts, know your history. He's hitting on so many important things,
So I want to be on the right side of history. Because here's the thing, here's the ugly thing about it. This is the same policies, these are the same people. The slave master mentality, the same party that Abraham Lincoln had to fight against, the radical Republicans, the civil rights movement, who they had to fight against. It was all Democrats that wanted all that crap, segregation, Jim Crow laws, etc. All Democrats. They have fought against all civil rights legislation. It's been Republicans that has voted for all civil rights legislation all through history. It's been Republicans. And I always tell my base, it's not about your color, it's just about the history, okay? The history is like Black Wall Street.
Well, we've never taught the history right. You start learning true facts, true history. It's a game changer. It's a mind changer.
1921, they burned it down. I just left there, right? Thing is, though, those blacks weren't Democrat. They were conservatives. Blacks didn't start voting Democrat until late 1939. And so it's like, 1921, they burned that down. There wasn't conservative whites that burned it down. So we had to start telling the truth, and a lot of people are disingenuous, and we definitely.
You got to be genuine. You got to be real. You got to know the facts. You got to be educated. You got to put out some effort.
Need the truth. We just need the truth.
Yeah.
But Minnesota, I'm sorry, I had to get you.
No.
But Minnesota,
Yeah.
that is definitely the symptom of liberalism. Had they just went around and burned down everything, they actually hurt more minorities by burning down their business. So, because they're victim mentality.
Hurt more minorities because they burnt down minorities' business. Now think about the consequences of their acts.
Created real victims, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that.
Right. And now, just so the viewers can get a more clear picture of what just happened, can you just explain in your words what just went down?
Well, so part over here, I'm coming this way, and I'm just recording the Mega family, and of course the racial slurs, the racial epithets, just hurling them out at one of the Trump sisters. And I'm just standing there, and he just noticed me standing there. He saw this hat, and that's the reason why I purchased it. Yep, so you can see it. He saw the hat, and he just definitely tried to come at me, but I'm not having that. I'm not. So, hey, yep, I'm straight from Chicago, too. I can play tough guy if you want to, but yeah, I'm not having that.
How do we have a dialogue with people like that and try to understand, and come together as a country? What kind, in your words?
So I have been trying to do this for 17 years to wake up my country. because the riots and everything, I've been saying this for 17 years. If you don't check liberalism, this is what you're going to get. So now we have this country, everything is polarized, so much racial tension on false pretenses, okay? Just have black...
Again, on false pretense, they know the emotional tension and power they can get by playing these emotional games. They're not using their mind, they're using the emotions and playing people on these emotions.
Lives Matter was created on false pretenses, hands up, don't shoot. No, when you get to the facts, he reached for that cop's gun. So the way that we come together as a country is that we're fine, okay? We're fine. The thing is, are they willing to have dialogue? So, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
It's my mom. So are they willing to have dialogue? For 17 years, I have been telling liberals, come onto my platform and have a debate with me. I'm all about civil discourse. I even have my...
All about civil discourse, not civil violence, civil discourse.
On Christian group, on Christian patriotic group on Facebook, and I tell them I encourage dialogue. Why? So that way you're more well-versed. Why? Because I love Christian apologetics, but also I love being a patriot and I love capitalism. I'm conservative. Why do I love all that stuff? Because you look at history, this is why we have the greatest country. It's because of Christ and because of conservatism. And so they don't want... Here's an ugly fact. So I did a video the other day. I said the fact with these liberals, every time I ask them about, tell me why Donald Trump is racist, they can't tell you. I say, well, do you know anything about Donald Trump's policies? They don't know anything about his policies. I go, do you know what he has done for blacks? They go, no, I don't know.
Again, I got to learn more about his policies. What I do know is pretty good. I got to learn more. But again, knowing enough, doing enough, being fact-based, being history-based, that's big.
Anything that he has done for blacks. I'm like, so you don't know anything about Donald Trump, his policies. What do you know about a conservative Christian? I don't know anything about a conservative Christian. Us conservatives, I know everything about liberalism. I even know their party's policies, Joe Biden's policies, and etc. And the crazy thing is the hypocrisy. It's so much hypocrisy. They want to vote for Joe Biden, the same person in 1990, was it 92 or 94? 92? So 92, who he basically said that blacks basically are predators, but not exactly, but just paraphrasing. He basically said that blacks are predators and they need to be arrested. And so, wow, what happens? They passed the bill, more blacks are arrested. But they voted for him, and then what did he just say not too long ago? I was actually in San Antonio, because I travel a lot. So I was in San Antonio, and I wake up, and I hear Joe Biden say on a black guy's show, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. That's the problem that's wrong with America. Your intellect, who you are as a person, has nothing to do with your race. Nothing. All we are is just Americans.
Your intellect has nothing to do with your race. Think about that.
And these people, they don't care about having dialogue. They want to stay angry. They love their victimhood. They love their oppression. And Candace Owens, she put it so eloquently, like when she said, you guys have not experienced true racism. You have not experienced systematic, systemic racism or whatsoever, and yet you are crying, and you are the most privileged generation in American history, and all you can do is cry. Those days are over. It's coming to an end. So that is my goal, and that's what I keep striving for.
You have such an emphasis on history, and another thing that we're seeing with these leftist movements are the destruction of monuments, the destruction of statues, due because people believe they are symbols of oppression. What's your take on
See, that's a power play. So you're familiar with liberal revisionism, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't teach the Reconstruction era because it shows the Democrats, the true Democrats, and what their policies were and how they truly were. They don't teach Reconstruction era in school. Actually, they have strayed away from civics entirely. But the thing is this, in just American history about that part, they have strayed away from that entirely. So when you get to destroy history, you can create another narrative. Hence, take the example, like how that guy just got out of the car and he's just hurling racial epithets at the sister, right? If he knew the truth, he would be standing on this side. Because the first blacks that were in Congress were all Republican.
Amen. That really should be taught. There are some great blacks in early history, man, they were real business people, real fighters, real conservative people. And man, what a historical fact that is. Mind-blowing.
And these were freed slaves. They didn't cry the victim card. They didn't. They became doctors, business owners, and etc. And with the radical white Republicans. And they lived in good, thriving communities. Right down the street. That was one of them. So what do? They go in, and the same way they're using the media today, the same way they abused the media back then. Same party, same methodology, just a little bit different. That's it.
Wow.
Yep, that's definitely it. And actually, I want to show you something, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm continue that. But so it's been a while since. So I just had this guy.
Yeah.
I can't show you his name because he was one of my old clients when I was a peer recovery specialist.
Wow.
He said, "I am going to hurt you bad."
Wow.
Uncle Tom asked. I'm like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yes." I'm like, "Are you really threatening me?" He goes, "Call John Cotton." So,
wow.
This is them.
Wow.
And that's what the ideology produces. It's just what the ideology produces.
Wow.
Yep. Can't do anything about
So
it.
do you get those threats a lot?
This was actually the first threat in probably about 5 months.
Okay.
I used to get them consistently.
Wow.
But hey, this just lets you know you're doing the right thing.
Wow. BreitBart. Amazing. That's why I like these videos. Flat out truth. Just simple, pure, and powerful. And you should subscribe to Smart for Montana.